All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and tell them that we are live on air again. And the topic now, the creation of the man, as it's mentioned in the Quran. As we promised you, we will make this video small, short, so you can download it. In order to show you the point of view of Muslims, we decided to choose an article. I just searched in Google a second ago, and I got this: the creation of the man, as mentioned in the Quran, by Sadaf Faruqi. Here, Mr. Faruqi is saying that there is many media speak about things, speak about Islam, or speak about science, etc. And here he want to show you that how the Quran revealed the process of the creation of the human being, as you see from the article. And he quote for us, in fact, the Quran describe such a development, and he gave us 14 centuries ago. And he quote for us the verses from the Quran. وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ سُلَالَةٍ مِنْ طِينٍ ثُمَّ جَعَلْنَاهُ نُطْفَةً فِي قَرَارٍ مَكِينٍ ثُمَّ خَلَقْنَا النُّطْفَةَ عَلَقَةً فَخَلَقْنَا الْعَلَقَةَ مُضْغَةً فَخَلَقْنَا المُضْغَةَ عِظَامًا فَكَسَوْنَا الْعِظَامَ لَحْمًا ثُمَّ أَنشَأْنَاهُ خَلْقًا آخَرَ فَتَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ أَحْسَنُ الْخَالِقِينَ. Translation, and this is the Muslim translation, remember, not my translation. I don't approve any Islamic translation, but yet we will use it to show you the proofs. Verily we created the man from a product with earth, then placed him in a drop, as a drop of seed, in safe lodging. Then we fashioned the drop into a cloth, and then we fashioned the cloth into a little loom. Then we fashioned the little loom into bones, and then the bones, then we closed the bones with the flesh, and we produce another creation. This is a chapter 23, verse number 12 and 14. Here he give you another verse. It is he who had created you from a dust, and from a sperm drop, then from a leech like a clot, and then by the way, here he says like, it doesn't say that, but anyway, this is his translation, we'll go with it. Then does he get you out as a child? And he quote, and he's quoting another one. According to Ibn Kathir, this reference of the man creation is from Turab, which means dust, imply the origin of mankind. The creation of the first man being Prophet Adam alayhi salam, created from dust, and Allah did create him from dust. Here we have a problem. I don't know if anyone noticed. If Adam was created in the heaven of Allah, in the heaven of Allah where Allah himself he lived, so what dust is doing there? The garden of Adam and Eve in the Bible, it's in the earth, not in sky. We continue. He mentioned the creation of your father Adam from dust, and then he continue. Why would Allah then invite us to ponder on the origin of our creation? The context which is he mentioned our origin led to some interesting observation. But first, let us analyze the word most repeated in the Quran. By the way, the first book speaking about man is created first from dust is in the book of Genesis, and you can go and read. So Muhammad, he brought nothing new. I mean, the Bible teach, and the New Testament says the same. Now here the roots of the word yantuf, nutfa, flow gently, trickle, ooze, drop. The dictionary of the meaning of the word nutfa is a drop of a fluid, semen. It's a clear liquid, a little or a lot. From this is used for the man, the word water, ma'ur rajul, water, the semen of the man. So here he is giving you the translation of the word nutfa, which is mentioned in the Quran. And remember, until now I'm just reading for you the article. I don't have time left to go like to start, but I'm just trying to be fair and showing you what the Muslims are saying. But by what they said and this translation in front of us, they just prove to us that Muhammad is a false prophet. Allah has created you from a sperm drop. The human being is not created from a drop of sperm. The human being is created from one semen, not a drop, because the woman egg will be fertilized by one semen, that not by a drop. The Quran claim here that the sperm of the man, which is the drop of semen, will transform into a clot, and this is what he mentioned here, the word nutfa. So now he gave us the Muslim Abdul himself. He said the nutfa mean, as you see, he gave us the interpretation. Nutfa is a drop of a fluid, but a human being is not, and this fluid is a semen. But a human being is not created from a drop of semen. The human being is created from an egg and the woman egg and the man semen, not a drop. Here, the Muslim, they will not mention to you that the Quran says when he translated this, he did not really translate to us accurately. He mentioned this. He said, and then we created the nutfa and we make it a clot. But the fact the Quran says, he says a clot which is a congealed blood. If we go in the Quran, we will find the following. We will try to keep it under the 15-minute. Uh, this is the Muslim translation. You see how the Muslims always they hide the truth from you, and they hide that this is a congealed dead blood, and this is an obvious clear mistake in the Quran. How Allah he makes such a mistake in his God, that he created us from a sperm and they made the sperm transform into a clot of a congealed blood. The sperm itself transform. You see, if you go in the article here, you will see a lot of deception in this article. We created you from a product of wet earth, and then he planned, etc. And then actually, let's read this one here. This is the one we are reading. He created you from dust and drop of a sperm, and then from a leech. But it doesn't say that. It says we transformed the clot into a leech. The drop we became a clot, and the clot we became a leech. You see here how he added the word then from a leech. It doesn't say that. Go to the translation. You see, I'm comparing between two Muslim translation, and then you see how the deception work. We made the sperm into a clot, not sperm and then a clot. The sperm itself transformed into a clot, and there's no scientist believe in such a garbage. And the clot is what? Is made from a congealed blood, which means a dead blood. And then the congealed blood became a flesh, and the flesh and bones, sorry, bones, a lump, and then bones, and then we close the flesh by the bones by flesh. So this is all proven to us that Muhammad is a false prophet. Now, if we go in the Quran, as long we are talking about the creation of the baby, there's another verse in the Quran, chapter 86, verse number 6 and 7. And this is Ibn Kathir, he explained. And remember, in the article of the Muslim, he used Ibn Kathir to explain his Quran. So he cannot say, talking about the same exact topic, about how the man, how the human is created. So Muslim cannot say that we don't accept Ibn Kathir now. You use it yourself as a guideline for meaning. This means this is your scholar and you agree with him. Ibn Kathir, he said clearly that the baby is created from a gushing fluid, chapter 86, verse number 6 and 7. Gushing fluid, which is coming from the man and the women. He created you from water gushing forth, meaning a sexual fluid that comes burst forth from the men and the women. Thus the child will produce by both of them, and then proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs, meaning the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women. So the God of the Quran claim that women and men, both of them, they produce sexual fluid, and that caused the baby to come to existence. And the sexual fluid come from the backbone of the man, as you see, and the ribs of the women. And that's alone proven to us. And by the way, this is not only Ibn Kathir was saying, this is what the Quran is saying. The Quran is saying as-sulbi wa tara'ib. A-sulb is the hard bone, which is the last one in the end of your back. Down, if you like, going all the way touching your bum, you will see that the last bone in your spine is that is the sulb. So Muhammad, he claimed that the sperm of the man is coming from the sulb, and which is the backbone, as you see, and the women coming from the ribs. And that alone is enough to prove to us that Muhammad is a false prophet. But is that it alone is enough? No, we have more. Muhammad even he go farther and he claim more crazy stuff. As an example, the man and the women, when they have sex, they see their sperm coming out.